Hey, what's up, y'all? Cephist here, coming at you with a real quick recap of the workout week. It actually has been two back-to-back really awesome weeks, taking care of some things that are a little bit underdeveloped, still working on hamstring, still working on groin and upper back, but all in all, things are feeling amazing. First, I'll just talk. I got a list to make it a little bit more on track. So, 315 for 3 on pause bench after doing 5 of 295 felt amazing. Last week at the end of my workout, 2 solid pause reps at 315 was pretty difficult, so that's a nice step up. We'll see where I'm going to go next week, maybe around 300 for 5 and then maybe trying to do 320 for 3, but we'll see. I might do the 300 for 5 and then do another 315 for 3 to see how that feels, and then just take the 5-pound increase on the set of 5. But we'll see how it goes. The 5 plate, the 495 deficit, I don't think I've ever done more than 1 or 2 reps at 5 plates deficit deadlift. That's been like a huge weak point, and I have never felt stronger. Like, the top part of the last rep was a little bit hard on lockout, but like I said, my arms are short, so that deficit is pretty funky for me, but it felt effective, but it didn't make my back like uncomfortable the next day, which is what happened last time. I don't do deficits that often, so that is huge. My lockout is getting a lot better. That's from upper back. I think I'm also benefiting from where my hamstring weakness was. I think my hamstrings and groin are helping with deadlift lockout. Also, I did 505 for a sumo single that felt pretty snappy until up to the top. The lockout for me is still a little awkward. I'm only doing I'm not anti-sumo, but I'm always going to compete doing conventional with the narrow stance, but it feels good to mix in these things that I haven't been mixing in. The lower weight, especially on the sumo, feels really good on groin development. And all that is helping out for the last thing I'm going to talk about, which is squats. I think I've figured out, with the help of some really good help with Profit Fear. I think the key right now, until I start peaking, I'm 12 weeks out from competition right now in September. So I think the mixture of doing like triples in my warm-up, up to heavy doubles or triples or a few singles with sleeves and belt on. I haven't been touching my wraps lately. I'll do that closer to competition. But doing that after doing raw sets of 12, like getting the, hypertrophy, like the set of 12, and then the stream triples for the heavyweight acclimation, and getting in, I haven't done really more than 5 to 8 rep ranges at most, and a lot of times I'm doing triples, so this is new for me, and I'm feeling a lot of quad development. 335 with no belts, no sleeves or anything for 12 felt pretty awesome. It was hard. I feel good today. I was pretty sore yesterday. Profit Fear hit me up and was like, are you sore? And I was like, no. And then I started feeling around my legs, and I hit him up and I was like, actually, yes, very. But all in all, things are going awesome. I think next I'm going to try to hit maybe 350 for 12 with no wraps or no belt or anything, but I'm really liking the way my training is going. I'm feeling carryover from these underdeveloped muscles over to deadlift. I'm feeling it in bench. I'm feeling it in squat. So I'm very happy where the things are going. I just need to stay disciplined and stay on track, and I'm going to pull 600 pounds in September. That's a huge goal. I'm going to try as hard as I can to do it, but if I keep on track, I think it's going to come together, and I'm going to get a deep 600-pound squat minimum. But I'll be doing this, like I said, once a week at the end of my workout week, so y'all stay tuned. More workouts tomorrow. Probably going to go for that 350. Today's my last rest day. Probably going to go for that 350 for 12 tomorrow. Wish me luck.